The number of squirrels in the forest is being studied. The number of squirrels n in the forest t years after the study is modeled by this equation. In the first part of this question, we are told to find the number of squirrels in the forest at the start of the study. So we know that at the start of the study, t equals 0, so n equals 4000 multiplied by e to the power of 0.1 times 0 divided by 19 plus e to the power of 0.2 times 0, giving us 200 as the final answer. In the second part of this question, we are told to find dn by dt. So given as n is in the form u over v, dn by dt can be solved using the quotient rule. So that would be v times u dash minus u times v dash all over v squared. So given as u equals 4000 e to the power of 0.1t, so u dash equals 400 e to the power of 0.1t, v equals 19 plus e to the power of 0.2t, therefore v dash equals 0.2 e to the power of 0.2t. So when we substitute each of these expressions into the equation for dn by dt, we get this as our final answer. In the next part of this question, we are told that the number of squirrels in the forest is at a maximum when t equals t, and using the answer to part b, show that e to the power of 0.2t equals a, where a is a constant to be found. So a maximum means that dn by dt equals 0, and we know that this will happen when t equals t. So what we need to do is substitute t as t into our equation for dn by dt and set that equal to 0. And now that we have this equation, we can set the numerator equal to 0. And when we expand and simplify the left-hand side of this equation, and after factorizing 400 e to the power of 0.1t, we get this equation. Therefore, e to the power of 0.2t equals 19. In the final part of this question, we are told to find the maximum number of squirrels in the forest. So using the answer from the previous part of this question, we can take the natural log of both sides and divide both sides by 0.2, so we have 5 ln 19. And when we substitute this value of t into the equation for n equals 459, and that will represent the number of squirrels.